Hey, you guys, I'm here. I'm just trying to get this off there. There we go. Hi. Hello. How are you? How are you guys doing this evening? I hope you are doing well. Um, I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. We have already a couple of questions, so I will go ahead and prepare to read on them. I don't have a subject to chat about to begin with tonight as people come in, but I might later, you just never know. And if you guys do, feel free to do so in the chat. Let me just, and Beverly, that's fine. Catch us you can rewatch it tomorrow when you get up in the morning. Um, does Kevin still, okay, gotcha, Darlene. Okay. What I'll do is I'll take about 10 questions, okay? Just so you guys know. I tried this new mascara tonight, Givenchy. Good stuff, right? It is good, but I really hope my eyes are not going to be sensitive to it because it's starting to bug me a little bit. So, all right, let me just get ready. Hope you guys had a great weekend. We've had really nice weather here at the coast. The sun finally comes out. Uh, but early morning is usually pretty foggy, but it's nice and fresh compared to like living in a city. I mean, San Francisco is very close to me, very close, but I'm right along the coast. I'm right outside of it. And I like that because you can go to the city to play, but you go home and you got clean air. You're not sucking bus fumes. That's the one thing I notice when I do go in the city. It's like, whoa, man, the odors. The odors are different. And they become much different when you get a lot of homeless people too. And it's tough. Ooh, San Francisco has changed, y'all. A lot. I came out here in 1986. Just saying that while I get my cards ready. And if you guys, if you have a question, one question, go ahead, write it in all caps and I'll catch it after I get these cards sorted out. I didn't realize this is my favorite deck, as you know, or may not know. Um, but it is. But I don't like it all jacked up. I'm a little peculiar that way, or particular. Maybe both, peculiar and particular. There's just things where you're like, oh no, no, no. It's just like the whole toilet roll thing that people argue. Some people insisted one way or another. Kind of one of those things. That's the way I am with the cards. And some people like will read the reversals and stuff. I don't. There's like 78 cards in the deck. I don't need to have them upside down, screwing with my poor eyes. So we're just going to go ahead once I get these cards all sorted out. I don't know how they got all jacked around. Oh, turn that. All right. Got any more questions? Let's see. Yes, Ash and Marby. Okay. Yes. Marby, I've got yours, and of course, Darlene and Ash. All right. So bear with me as I make this deck something I feel, I got to change the energy. Really. It feels very scattered if I don't. I know that sounds really weird, but yeah, it's one of those things. And pardon the wound back. Yeah, still got that thing going, but slowly, slowly, I am healing. All right. I got up and made dinner for my family for the first time in years last night. I kind of outdid it, but they liked it. It was good. And I just got to be careful not to overdo. Okay. All right, I've got 6 questions starred, and I will take a total of 10. Once I get to 10, I will cap it off and I'll look at the time and see where we're at. And all right, so the first question we have, let me just go to the starred questions. All right, is rain mountains or MTZ? I would say mountains. So, is my husband Gabriel and his partner Carlos going to lose their business? Carlos is a Scorpio. Thanks for giving me that because in case you don't know, sometimes I use the not sometimes, I do tend to use the cups and suits with the astrological correspondence so that I can kind of try to differentiate. So when someone tells me that, I'll know that her husband will be a pentacle if it comes up, and the other fellow a cups perhaps. Sometimes we get even like wands or whatever. It's just, but sometimes it's just the energy that they're we're kind of inhabiting at the time. Because the different suits are like parts of our personality as well. It's a very interesting system, the tarot. All right. So Gabriel and Carlos. Let me just dial in. Gabriel and Carlos. Is their business going to be lost? Are they going to lose their business? But I hate asking that. Oh, I do, but I understand. It just So are Gabriel and Carlos, how does that look? Like I said, I want to give the cards a really good shuffle. Bear with me. All right. It looked like Gabriel and Carlos might lose their business. How does that look? Get an outlook on that. All right, let's see what we get. We do get the moon. Now, this talks about a lot of hidden factors. Some of them can just, they can be things that people just don't know about. Sometimes things that people have deliberately hidden, but it does look like this is also fear. Getting the moon is often associated with uncertainty. So let's just hold that there because, I read in pairs. So even though I say one question, it's not going to just be one card because I can never do one card. No, no, no. So here we have the worry. And a lot of uncertainty. This is insomnia. This is having trouble sleeping. This could be also bad dreams. And unfortunately, when we get this worked up, and boy, is it easy to say this, we aren't doing ourselves any favors, but maybe doing some sort of, you know, uh, relaxation before bedtime would be good because this is a lot of stress and a lot of worry. Now, what it does show is I see like a break in the partnership here. Sorry, I got a fan on and everything is just blowing this way now. It's kind of warm and stuffy in here today. Yeah, warm at the coast in the summer. Who can believe it? Yeah, it's because we're going toward the best time. Sorry, back to the reading. See, my brain is like, all right. It looks like there could be like, to me, this could be a break that's not maybe expected. It might be expected, but it also might be what is necessary because with the tower is coming in to do you and us always a big favor, despite the fact that it's very disruptive and, a lot to deal with. It resets us because something isn't working. We've built something up and we need to build it again over on a proper foundation. There's some fault. There's something that needs to break down and crumble away so something new can take its place. And the same kind of meaning is attributed, I'd say, with this partnership. Maybe it's a feeling to me with the cards of like this partnership might need to break apart for certain growth reasons of each person. Be prepared for that. That could come with an explosive argument. Um, it would be a sudden, you know, and I'm going to say argument because it's explosive. It's kind of like a mind blower. Okay, it's like a surprise. You wasn't expected. But I get change in the wheel of fortune, and there's going to be some there is moving on and a need for change. I don't know quite what this means for the business. It looks to me like there's some regret, some remorse, but I do see the partnership uh, aspect of it being disrupted and changed. And there's some like feeling bad about it, you know. And that's hard when you're going in with let me just get your question. When your partner, when your husband and whoever Carlos, I thought Carlos for some reason might have been a relative, but I hope not because that's never a good idea, you know. I'm getting an offer that comes, but somebody's not interested or they feel kind of numb or they aren't responding. Um, and I'm not sure what this is. Maybe there will be an offer that would help the business in some way or to recoup or to maybe even just make it less problematic if they do decide because it kind of looks like I would think if the partnership cracks, you know, I would think that that would change the business standing. But it looks like maybe somebody makes an offer and maybe this is to do with the business or regarding the business. But I get that somebody isn't responding. They're just not interested. They're kind of shut down. They're numb. Um, there could be some kind of blowout, maybe. Let me look at your. Okay, Lynette, got you. Green Adventurine Tarot. Hello. All right. I hope you're listening, my dear Rain. If not, you know this will be recorded. So it kind of feels like this becomes perhaps an argument that could come up that breaks the partnership up. And there could be some, like I'm saying, some kind of an offer, and maybe somebody's just not interested or they're indifferent to it. But I do get a King of Swords energy coming in. And this is maybe an outside advisor of some kind, or the person that is making this Knight of Cups offer. And it would be good money with the Nine of Pentacles. This would also indicate this is somebody that would have gotten at least to the Eight of Pentacles where they have skills that are more advanced in some way. You know, they're more learned in some respect with work, their employment or business. So the two of them may split, but there may be another offer that moves in through another male, um, where it looks like it would be a good thing. Just it would save maybe the business itself or be helpful at the very least to your husband to um, have stability, security. But it's like it's challenging. And this indicates that you got to hit the ground running, but you can do it. But it's challenging. But it's to keep the stability. So perhaps from losing too much money or things like that nature. So I would tell your husband that if he gets Um, I feel like some kind of offer through a guy that has some skills in business, he should consider it. Yeah. And well, I'm seeing two other men. I'm getting a King of Swords and a King of Wands. And these two men have very different energy than the energy I was getting before. This guy, you know, maybe they're connected to the offer with the business, but this guy and this guy, I don't know. I just feel like they're maybe successful with what they do. Um, there's a stability that they definitely have, and it looks like to me it would be a good influence to, I don't know, take this offer. We do get Judgment and the Six of Cups, so like this is becoming much this is evolving. This is growth from the past and change. And it's like you're kind of like a snake sheds their skin. This is like growing and maturing and looking back and seeing where you should have, wouldn't do things the same way, things like that. And it's the past. And I just feel like these two guys, I think, feel like to me that they will be very helpful. Perhaps they have experience that would help the blind spots, where your husband and his partner had. It's running your own business is very difficult. I know my husband did that, and so it, I think there's some kind of deal that is going to come to either your husband or his partner. But I tend to feel like I'm being shown the deal is probably going to be coming to your husband, and it's going to be something that he's going to have to consider. And he may be in a bit of a funk, but it would be good if he could come out of it, if that's the case. Just take note, because to me, it's like that looks like a breakup of a partnership and perhaps joining up with a couple of other guys that know their stuff and that will help him to become a better business person in some way. So it'd be like highly worth just for like the experience alone. And that looked really good. Let me just see. So it looks like some kind of break. I would say, yeah, but it looks like there might be kind of a blow up um, as well between the two, and they might get a bit, shouty. Okay, I see you right there, Mick. See you next Tuesday. What's the future look like for my family? Got it. Okay, good. You're listening. Got it. There we are. We are okay. We've got two more questions I can take, and I'll cut it off. I don't have any idea because I'm just hoping. I'm seeing these cards and I'm only got the context of what you're telling me, and I'm hoping that I'm applying the symbology and my intuition, appropriately. So um I think it's very important that he be open to the advice of other people. And I'm not sure who that indifferent person is to this offer. It could be that your husband wouldn't feel that way, but the other guy, Carlos, might, and maybe that would be a big difference. And one partner wants to receive this help or this whatever, wants to do things one way and the other not. It just really looks like a split. And it looks a little explosive, like I said. Hi, JR. I've got about two more questions, JR, and then I want you to at 10 questions, I want you to say, stop. All right. So I'm just gonna just you know what? I'm gonna just try this other little deck. I just found it as I was tidying up, and it just has, I don't even know the name of it. This is the back of it. It's off of Etsy for sure. But it has like little words and scenes in it. Okay, so let me just pull from this little clarifier, and it's its own little oracle. All right. It's really small, even for my little hands. Just trying to, oop, there we go. And I want to thank you guys for joining me this evening. Let me just get, oh, right. Wanted to make sure, I wasn't sure that I had everything set up, you know? Okay. Thanks for that. And don't mind me. This is a split mind running the live and doing readings. I probably sound absolutely bananas. And I probably am. Okay, let's just see what we're going to get advice-wise from this regarding the business between your husband Gabriel and Carlos. What advice the ancestors, Holy Spirit give regarding this business partnership? I see self-frustration and torment. That would make sense because it would go right alongside with the insomnia card that we got with the Nine of Swords. And then there's sentimental, longing, wonder. And that also reminds me of that Six of Cups of the past. There's kind of a nostalgia. And I think, you know, the time that maybe they spent to set this up and not wanting to just let that go might be difficult. Got it, JR. But I see anger here and rage and insanity. I don't know. But that kind of reminds me of the Tower. And then here we have passionate, elated, excited. So again, just by this, I tend to think that there could be an argument. Your husband needs to move on, and he might be unsure. There's confusion, but to be open-minded, he gets an optimistic. Okay. Maybe the other guy's more shut down. Well, the four of cups was shut down. All right, let's go to number 2. We can take one more question this live, and that'll be it. Okay, let's go. It is Unicorn and Rainbows. Great name. All right. I'd like to know what I can expect in September. All right, let's see September. What are the theme cards for September? My birthday is on the 5th. So, not next Sunday, but God, what day is that going to be on? It's on a Thursday. All right. Let's see. What can you expect in September? Unicorn and rainbows. Let's dial in. Unicorn and rainbows. What can they expect? Every time I do that. In September. Let's see the cards for September. Unicorn and rainbows. Working with other people, working in groups, teamwork, being open to allowing others to give you input on anything you're working on. This could be at work and the Queen of Pentacles. So I see you busy with projects. This is like work And it could be creative, but any work can be creative if you make it. And to me, this is giving your expertise with other people, and it feels like work to me. And what I'm getting is, there might be overcoming some sorrow, some kind of blues, maybe, but I see you picking yourself up, and it's a bit difficult, but I feel like moving on. It's a belief in yourself. It could be a little smack to the confidence going on there, but it's one of those things where you have a chat with yourself, and it's like, ah, let's see what else we get. I feel like there is going to be also one of the people you're working with. So the theme seems to be work, uh, or any project that you're doing is another female, and I feel like this person also has a great deal of experience or skill and would give you really good advice or guidance on something important that you and a group of people are working on. So trust her words. There could be some kind of a delay where a relationship or partnership is concerned. And it's really a good time in the delay space to take a look at it sometimes from a different point of view, a more relaxed point of view. There's different things that, partnerships are accented here, choices, and sometimes a pause in between relationships or maybe a delay in grouping up with a partner on some kind of thing might not be a bad thing. It looks like somebody's arguing and walks away from, I'm thinking something people are you're part of. Yeah, feeling a bit more isolated, seeking wisdom, some alone time. Yeah, the help will be there. Help will be there. So be mindful about, maybe people that you're partnered up to do things with, or it could be like uh, just taking a break from relationships and just focusing on work and putting quality effort into what you do. I hope this makes sense. I'm sitting here chatting away. Darlene, yours is coming up. Anything can be created. All right. Yeah. All right. Making sure we're there. Don't worry, Darlene. I got you. And then I see, there's a more of a mastery of skill. So it's really focusing on work and on upping your skills. And it looks like there's some challenges in there. And there's some challenges maybe with people or partnerships, or somebody dipping out on responsibility, it looks like to me. And you're kind of like, but I feel like it'll work itself out. So don't trip, if that makes sense. And it looks like you'll gain a great deal of skill and with this that is tremendous. You'll really grow. So growth and working with other people and getting good advice, that's what comes in September. All right. It's good. It is. Everybody's got a bit of, bumpy stuff, but it's all a bit of a challenge. It's why we're here. You'll handle it. You've got it. Just know that. and it'll work out. Isn't her name so? I love that. Thank you for putting that, JR. It's very pretty. All right. Next is Darlene. Does Kevin still want to be with me? Okay. I am gonna, you know what? I'm just gonna give this deck a little shuffle and set it aside, and I'm gonna grab one of my more relationship type of oracles. Let's see. Mysteries of a Lover's Journey. I hope this one doesn't have some of the cards can be a little bit like, that's a little more than YouTube and me personally want to put out there. I found a few of those decks to be, ooh, a little bit risque. All right. Clearing deck. Clear the decks. All right. Let's go with A Lover's Journey. Mysteries of a Lover's Journey. And let's take a look. Does Kevin still want to be with me? Why did I shut that off? Now, this deck I really like. It's made out of linen and it's super flexible and it doesn't screw up your hands. As you get older and you get arthritis like myself, and just it withstands. These will last a lot longer than the more rigid, hard, thick. So every time I see that I can order a deck in linen, I do. And I highly advise people who shuffle the bejesus out of their decks, like myself, and I'm kind of hard on them, to buy linen ones if you can. And yeah, they're be a little more spendy, but it's worth it. They hold up better. All right, let's see. Does Kevin still want to be with Darlene Lisa? Does Kevin still want to be with Darlene Lisa? What can you tell me? Let's see what we get. I feel like I'm getting vulnerability, and it says open heart and receptive. So it might be that even if he's not, coming straight forward toward you, he is open to the idea, even though he might not be acting, like seeking it. But there's an openness, but there's also a vulnerability, accessible, open heart, receptive. So that sounds good. It's not like, no way. Um, True love, depth, destined to be. There might be something in this relationship. These two cards seem to kind of vibe. It looks like to me that this is someone that is definitely going to want to be with you. So I would say, if this is the case, we get manifestation, imagining, daydreaming, wishful thinking. Again, there's kind of not a lot of action. There is being kind of in a passive mode. There might be some anger here, or a grudge, if that makes sense. That might, some communication might need to be had, a conversation, so you can clear that away. Does that make any sense? Let me check my live. Both Aquarius. I've been doing a lot of true crime, JR. Yes. So let's just see. We'll continue, darling. It says compatibility and in sync, solid connections, similarities. Only you'll know if that's true. And it says interconnected, mirroring, reflecting each other, shared energies. I would say be patient with him. This looks really good, but sometimes space can be needed. Sometimes eh, absence can make the heart grow fonder, and sometimes people just need space. So try to give them space, but remain open as well. And, ask the universe and be patient to help you. There's definitely still hope. And just say, if you can, I'm going to throw my sweatshirt over this moon back, see if it can muffle the sound. Um, if you can just really, like, before you go to bed, like you're doing your prayer, so to speak, your little meditation, whatever, winding down. Some people, that's what I call it as well. Just have a little chat with the universe and ask that if you guys would be better together, um, to be guided back together, because it looks like there's an openness, and that's, so he's not rejecting it. And the cards made sense. We didn't get a mishmash. It made sense, and it sounded positive. But you could feel that there's a certain kind of a pulled backness on his part. Okay, so I would say yes, but I see him as kind of passive about it. I wouldn't look to him to be taking the lead in, contacting you. So you might have to be the one to contact him. Okay, Marby, Gongora, can I have a general reading, please? And thank you. You got it. You got it, Mari. Let's see. Which one do I want to use? You know what? This will be fun. So we're going to go from this to Energy Oracle cards. See what we get. Ooh, little book. Okay. Oh, these are really pretty. They're really vibrant. Have I got, yeah, Marby. Okay, here we go. And I want to thank everyone for coming in. If you could just hit a thumbs up and push my algorithm, that would be really great for my channel. And thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate it. And I enjoy chatting with you guys. And I really appreciate people even lurking, even if you don't feel like, being part of the chat log, that's fine. Feel free to lurk. Okay. Just remember to hit the thumbs up. A general reading for Marby Ungora. Oh my goodness, I can hear my next door neighbor, well, on this side, playing guitar. It's really quite nice. I don't think it's loud enough for you guys to hear it. Okay. Marby Ungora. General read. What do they need to know? Okay, we're getting a card about envy and broken heart. This might be feeling maybe somebody feeling a little bit jealous over maybe a relationship. Does that make sense? Hi, Ivo, or Evo. Let me know if I didn't pronounce it right. Thank you so much for joining us. Your presence is appreciated. Okay, you can, Marby, you'll have to let me know whether that makes any sense to you. Yes, and it will be the last question. Let's see. Oh gosh. All right, I got it. There we go. So, oh yeah, just to make sure, and you can go ahead and ask it. I'm sorry, saying your name is gonna. I'm not gonna say it right. Uh, so Yoeo. I hope I said that right. Just put it in all capital, okay? And it will be the last one for the live, okay? All right. John, I figured as much. My grandfather, sorry, Marby, I'm getting there. I'll talk to you when I get to your question, and I'll talk to you about your name. It's very nice. All right. So we're looking at, it feels like some kind of a relationship issue where someone's feeling a bit hurt, um, possibly jealous, because there is envy there. So I don't know if jealousy or envy is an issue right now with you and maybe someone else. Ooh, they're doing some funk. I'm sorry, y'all. The Garden and the Gate. Now that one I'm going to have to look up. It's a beautiful deck, by the way, for you. And then we got hostilities. What is going on? Broken heart for 10 years. We just decide to be friends, and sometimes we just say hi, but that's okay. I was going, let's go for this. This is like, isn't that crazy how that's picking up? Got it, John. I'm going to just say John so I don't ruin your name. And thank you for understanding. Okay. Let's see. JR, can you put in all caps? No, not taking any more questions. Okay. So let's go to the garden and the gate because that card I'm not as familiar with. But so before I project what it is or isn't, let me just get to it. It's number 30. And this is a great deck too. Isn't that crazy though, how that Marby, that's just totally picking up on your situation. That's It never ceases to surprise me. I mean, like, I don't know, y'all, and I'm just shuffling these cards, and it's crazy how they just come up and they make sense. All right. So we got somebody feeling aggressive, but what is the advice of the garden gate? Probably keep going. Staying safe. Okay. And it with the hostilities, this concerns me. You're happy to be single. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, this is it the energy does feel like it's just not meant to be, maybe, and it's gonna be one of those things where you're gonna look back and go, you know, I get why that happened, and it's better that I wasn't with that person. Let's just see here. Adjacent possibilities. These are doors that are open. So, like you were saying, I think that this is still indicating that, and I will just double check that. By the way, the garden gate is, yeah, it can also be about other personal pleasures coming your way at this time. But beware, the choice to stay in the seeming security of this lovely garden may actually be motivated by a habit or a fear of the unknown. I think there's a little warning there that don't get too comfortable being brokenhearted. I feel like that, like you're saying, there's going to be possibilities that are coming yet, and it's about like you're doing honoring yourself, which is you're tracking great. But let's just see what 24 adjacent possibilities. It's kind of a weird card to me, but I didn't create this deck, so and I'm not criticizing it. I just think it's a little different. I want to make sure I'm picking up the right vibe. So it's many unconsidered options and community. Your life is going to open up. I think once you get on the other side of all these feelings that you said the last 10 years, I think by releasing that, if you can, you're going to open up, I feel like, more friendships, more relationships, and there's just like, it looks like it's really good for you that there is more of an openness and maybe more open people. It just feels like people that are more compatible. Anxiety, that's understandable. If you haven't dated in a while, getting back out there is kind of like, eh, that's good. That's good. That's big of you. Woman holding a heart. Well, this is you, beautiful lady. This is you, and you're anxious about, protecting your heart, protecting your vulnerability. Totally understandable. Now, the woman holding the heart, I know because I read this card before. I thought, oh, it's such a beautiful card. Let me just get that meaning to you. It is number 44. Female dealing with family, love, or emotions. You know, uh, this is a peaceful emotion and receptivity for love, and a message uh, that if you have family issues, also, there might be some resolve there. Intuitive woman, that's you, who understands the emotions of life, and you're bringing this awareness to all that you do. The card upright, which it is uh, perhaps also a friend that might assist you with dealing with emotions. An even-tempered and caring person who resonates with you and your emotions. This could also portend a new love interest or friend coming your way. And because you got community and adjacent possibilities, and I felt like there was just like an opening up and new friends coming in, and then in pops this, I thought maybe this is you. But and it could be, but this could also be a lady that is going to be coming in. And look, there's an abundance with cornucopia and journey, and something new begins. So be open. There is something that's coming that is going to open you up more in your community, and you'll be having the opportunity to meet more people. And I feel like it's going to help you to kind of let put the 10 years to bed, you know, and that's where they belong. And this is you now, and you have new friends and new things going on. It's fresh. This looks really good. So it's almost time. It's almost time to break on out of this glum, cycle that you've been in or had to deal with. All right. That looks really good, Marby. And good on you for doing that. It shows to me like you've just opened they're saying a number of doors of possibilities. So of various opportunities to make your life better. That's great. And it's how one little thing that's doesn't seem, having to let someone go is not a little thing, but just that one act is going to improve your life. I feel like 1,000-fold. Come back and let me know. Okay, Lynette. And then we have Mick. CUNT, and we have JR and then John. All right, so let's see. What did I just do? There we go. Card for my future at my job. All right. I kind of do I want to use this deck at the job? Maybe I'll try the Lenormand. I think I'll put this one down. I like it when I get, you know what? I feel kind of bad when I got all these decks. And if I don't use more of them in my readings for you guys, it's like, oh, come on, man. All right, let's see. Let's try. All right, this deck. Oh, this deck is not that good for that. Let me set that one aside. All right, I'm just going to use. I'm in two minds. Maybe I'll go with the Angels deck. What's it say about the job? Yeah. All right. Oracle of Angels. So you guys know I like to show what deck I'm using. If there's anything that annoys me, it's when you're going, oh, I love that deck, and you can't figure out which one it is. All right. Let's see what we get for you, Lynette. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Cards for my future at my job. Got it. Lynette, future at their job. I'm going to give these a really good shuffle because they really feel like they have not gotten as much attention, as much use. They need to be kind of broken in. Okay. There we go. All right, let's see what we got. Boy, I'm glad we got that fan on. I would be dying. I'd be melting. All right. Can you show me cards that are pertinent to Lynette's job in the future? What is on the horizon at her job? See if I can figure it out using angel cards. We get receptivity, so keeping open, and centered. I would say any practice of meditation or where at night again you are decompressing, relaxing, calm, focused mind is good. It's going to help you to be more open. And I'm getting you're guided by spirit. You're never alone. So look to spirit. I know you might think it's crazy, but to help you with work because it says you need to understand you're never alone. They're there. Keep open to receiving their help. That's what I'm getting, especially where work is concerned and certainly your life, period. Your angels are really wanting to say, hey, we're here for you. You may not always remember, but please, call on us. Stay open. That's interesting, huh? When you look at the live, you work out a lot. Yeah, I got ashes. Not yet. Power. I'll have to, I'll look that one up. And higher consciousness. And I'll pull some other cards. Let's just see what this is going to suggest to you. So you're definitely getting a message to stay open to your guides. You're never alone, and especially with, I think it would, it just hit me like a 2x4. I exercise a lot to stay centered. That makes sense. I was just going to say, really rely on your spiritual, intuitive connection where your job is concerned. Remember to use your guides when you feel confused, uncertain, and when you got power stuff going on. You know how it is at work, the power plays and all the politics and stuff. It's saying go to that higher consciousness. Don't react to it the way you would, let's say, if you didn't have your kind of your spiritual cap on. Um, go to your guides, ask them to help you to deal with that because they are there. I just want to get the thing on higher consciousness though and power, just to kind of that, and then I'm going to use another deck. But it's like they wanted me to use this though. I wouldn't have thought to do this. So, yeah, power. Challenging as life may seem to you, trust that you have the power and the strength to get through obstacles and to reach a new chapter of greater peace and harmony. This is nice. You guys just gotta believe in yourself. You can do it. Try to keep a positive outlook and do not be disheartened by recent events. Okay? You are about to tap into an enormous reservoir of power within you that will help you navigate through these tough times and you'll come out stronger and wiser. Awesome. So you just need to connect to your higher self, to your guides, to your support team on the other side. And they're practically shouting, hey, we're here for you." That's really awesome. So that's what I have for work. It's all good. Just this seems to be the message with that deck of leaning toward your guides, letting them know. Did you? That's really great. I'm glad I just felt like I needed to use that deck and I was hesitant. See, I've got to stop arguing with. I got it, John. Okay. Let's just see here what these also indicate with work. with this traditional Rider-Waite borderless tarot deck. What about Lynette's work? You're more than okay. You couldn't get another spiritual card other than the star. This inspiration when you're going through tough times. Remember to look at the stars at night, and they're always there. You know, whether it's daylight or dark. And it's the same with our spirit guides. Whether we can see them or not, they're there, and they're always there. They're not stuck to the earthly laws of living like we are. So again, reach to a higher self, to the light, God's light, and be at peace. This is the mind at peace, having peace of mind. It will just help you to roll through difficulties and just stay in that secure state. You might feel stuck, but again, you're getting the Queen of Cups. Use your intuition to get outside of feeling trapped or like you can't choose, because it says you have more options than you're aware of. There might be some sense of loss or regret. I have a feeling it might be from the past. But again, I feel like there's support, there's recognition for your efforts. So that's good. I think things are going to get better at work. I think if you practice, really kind of putting on the armor of your spiritual mentors and aligning them, like they want to help you, so let them. And just, it's amazing. I'm not kidding. I've had to do this myself, and it's stunning. You'll be like, wow, okay, that makes sense then, because you are the Queen of Cups, literally. And you've really had bad anxiety. So, oh, yeah, that anxiety card came up for you. So the brain, yeah, I have generalized anxiety and complicated, PTSD. Hey, Jojo, how are you? You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. And your guides just don't want you to get all worried like that, and just like reach out to them. Yes, those things are good. I have to do that as well. I listen to rain. That really helps me. Well, I'm sorry, Jojo, I'm not taking any more questions. But if you bring this back to me next week, I can read on it. All right. As it is, I'm going to be going over time with two more. All right. You know what? I'll take yours, Jojo, but that's it. Officially closed. I've got enough time. There's only like two more, but yours will be last, okay? All right, next. Oh, I'm going to do Ash, and then we have that name. Oh, I'll get to you later, man. Okay, what is going to come up for me in the next couple of weeks? All right, plans for songs I want to record. Okay, cool. Let's see what's going to happen. Ooh, it is toasty in here, y'all. I gotta move this. There we go. All right, next couple of weeks for Ash. And what's coming up in the next couple of weeks? So, next 2 weeks, what's on the horizon for Ash? Next 2 weeks. Okay, wait a minute. Ah, okay, that was obviously meant to happen, so I would have to shuffle again. Maybe I need to shuffle it better. I've been mending this deck with the glue stick because it peels. All right. What is coming up in the next 2 weeks for Ash. This one's probably going to be not long for this world, this deck. All right. It's a great deck, though. I do love it, and I will buy another one, but I'm not crazy about the material it's made out of. Well, you're going to be busy working the coins and manifesting, bringing things, creative ideas into reality, like the King of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. So there's also going to be looking at new material. I'm getting writing with this, maybe like editing song material or arrangement, maybe adding some new stuff in. Now, why I want to say that, but that's what I feel like. We're getting something very beautiful will come out, very good results. Ooh, in the world. So something is going to be successful and it's going to turn out really, really well. There's a lot of effort put into it and heart and spirit, and it's a piece of art, truly, with that Nine of Pentacles. It is beauty. So that's what's up. Art, music, creativity, and it looks good. All right. Okay. What's the future like for my family? All right. I'm gonna set this one aside. This one's like, I feel like I'm just ripping it. I'm gonna put this rubber band here around it. All right, the future like for my family. Okay, I want to use this deck. All right, let's see what's up for the family. Advice for the family. And again, if you'd be so kind, if you haven't already, to give this live a thumbs up, maybe share it with somebody that enjoys listening to this kind of thing. Sometimes it's good to just put it on before you go to sleep if you're having trouble. Um, I'm open. I don't care. Just share. Thank you. All right. I believe in learning by osmosis. All right, let's see what we get. What's the future look like for my family? All right, let's see what we get. I'm getting the Page of Wands. There's something new coming in, some new action, some new things to consider, change, maybe movement. I don't know if there are family that are traveling or moving or changing jobs, but this is all about that kind of movement, advancement. Uh, this is also things that are meant to be in your life, and it's growth and change. And this is using self-control. We're getting maturity and where we are really coming into ourself and some new adventures. So I'm feeling like, I don't know if people are moving. Let me just take a look at my live chat. Ooh, I got to tie up my hair, you guys. It's just not enough. It looks to me like there's possible travel, some new uh, things to do, but there's also a bit of caution in not being foolish with things that might be new to you, to go in open, but to be careful, be mindful at the same time. You don't want to be just blasé, walk off the cliff, so to speak, but you're employing the more aware part of yourself to direct your behavior. But I feel like there's a possibility of fun, travel, maybe even moving, something new. But there is a bit of a caution on, not throwing caution to the wind, being aware that you don't know, and this is new to you, so be cautious. We're getting the star. So, like the family, there's hope, through tough times with this. I don't know if you guys have been going through some rough things, but there's going to be change and some new information. Sorry, now I'm sweating. And I feel like, I don't know, are people going to travel? What is this? Knight of Pentacles. It looks like there's some kind of choices here that to be considered. And maybe taking one's time to thoroughly look at options for family. So I would tell family members that they really need to understand that they are not, that they have options. And if somebody's telling them, like, oh, you got to do something this way or that way, uh, they don't have to. That they're going to get through this time. This is a growing time. This is time of maturity and learning self-control. Um, I feel like somebody in the family is advancing, but it might be a bit of a bumpy road. I get the mother is worried, maybe not sleeping well. I'm getting three other people working together. And then look at the family card with the, y'all are going to work together on this. And it's good. You guys are there for each other. Look at that. God is happy with y'all. I'm serious. That's the kind of thing that truly makes the universe smile. This family, you guys are going to go through some hard times there. And you probably already have been, but it looks like the mother's kind of worried here, not sleeping, but it looks like things are going to work out. And again, look to the spirit side and trust in your angels and your higher, you know, power, because it'll get you through. So it's good. You guys are moving through, and it's about growing up and people perhaps, you know, handling things in a more grown up way, you know, especially when people in the family can test us. Mm. All right, let's see here. I gotta put some lip gloss on because I cannot have dry lips. I just can't. All right, let's see. JR, and then it'll be John and JoJo. Okay. There's a missing person case out of Canada. Oh, I remember her case. Is she still alive? Yeah, I think she definitely was having a mental health problem crisis just from watching her. And that's a case I haven't looked, did I? No, I think I did look at I can't remember if I looked at it with my cards, but I know I'm familiar with it. And I definitely could tell she was having a mental health emergency on the video. All right, let's take a look. Is Emily Filipov still alive? She is a missing person out of Canada, and if you're curious, I highly advise Googling her name and looking into her case because it is interesting. All right, let's see what we get. Is Emily still alive? Emily Filipov. Philip. Philip. Oh, wait, I have got like a tongue-tied. All right, let's see what we get. Is Emily still alive? I get an Ace of Cups. This makes me like just like a yes or no. Makes me feel like a yes. But it is a cup that's overflowing. And I'm wondering if she's having still like overflowing emotion that she can't maybe regulate. Let's just see what card will pair up with it. Well, we also get the Four of Swords. Now, this could be peace of mind. Doesn't mean that she could eventually get help. Maybe peace of mind, but it's also being pulled back. It could be even someone that's in some kind of care. However, this can also be someone that has passed and is at peace. So I want to look at a couple more cards. We do get a feeling of being kind of trapped, and you notice that the bandages around the head, the crown, it can do with mental health. Yeah, she had a break with the tower, and it's striking the crown again. So, 10 of Cups. Yeah, but she's paranoid. The Page of Swords. I'm not getting here anything so far yet that is showing me her as what I feel like uh is, no longer on the earth. She might still be alive. This could also be kind of telling her story. So let me just pull a few more. We get the Three of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. There's a broken heart. This could be a mother figure or uh, another, I think, very caring, nurturing person. But I feel like this is maybe paranoid about family, because to me, this is often the family card, family there. And I'm feeling like is she watching family, or does she feel like she needs to somehow be guarded against family, or there's something there. And I get a King of Cups. Maybe this is a father. This is someone's very worried. I can see let me just throw the cards again. That makes sense. I think she's still alive, but let me get a consensus because that's a pretty serious thing. And I don't want to, when I read on something like that, typically I don't just read one reading and that's it. Okay. All right. Let me see. Is Emily Filippov still alive out of Canada? Missing person. Is she still alive? Get a Queen of Wands. I feel like yes, but I feel like she is troubled. There is instability. So I'm not getting anything that's really making me feel like her being deceased, but I do feel like she's not balanced. Yeah. This is coming to a crossroads, however, with the Nine of Cups. And this is to do with satisfaction. And I feel like sharing more, maybe like who she is. To me, she's very closed off to people. I think she's got paranoia. She might even be a bit aggressive in pushing people away. It just feels like any kind of partnership feels like there can be eh, being bullied or being a bully, to be honest. And I'm not quite sure how that works out. There's a struggle. There is a struggle. She does feel trapped, and I think trapped inside her own mind, and she's struggling against it. I do see the World and the Hermit. I think she's still out there, and she may even live to be an older person, but I feel like maybe as a transient. That really comes through with the Hermit and the World card. Her on her own, she has trouble to, I think, maintain relationships because of her mental health. So I am not seeing her as deceased. Okay, let's go to the next one. Good question, JR. Thank you. All right. All right, John. So let's go. Will Patricia be able to make the move with you? All right. Will Patricia, we're going to look at yes, no. So it depends on the kind of card that I get, whether it's yes or no. It's pretty simple, really. You use your intuition. If you get a card that you're not certain of, and you just look at it, and if it feels like a yes, like something positive, or a no, you're gonna have to go with that. All right, let's see. Will put Is it Patricia? Yeah, Patricia. Will Patricia make a move to be with me? Okay. Will Patricia make a move to be with you? All right. So I get it. Will this Patricia let you know that she's interested in you? She come forward with letting you know that she's interested. For a minute, I thought you meant like physically move. All right. Let's see what Miss Patricia. Well, Miss Patricia let you know that she's interested. Right now, there's some kind of struggle. This could be conflict. It could be competition, potentially. And it could be relationship, lovers. So there might be at this time things that are obstacles at the moment to her doing that. It could be a relationship that she may have, or it could be things that just take up her time. Let's just take a look. So at the moment, it looks like it's a struggle for her. All right. We get the Eight of Wands. This is activity. So this could be coming forward. This could also be arguing with a partner or a lover. So I don't know if she's got somebody she's breaking up with, or if there's a problem with it. Can even be friendships, honestly. It doesn't always have to be a lover. But it looks like right now there's some quarreling going on within the relationship realm. And there's an acceleration of activity, things speeding up. Uh, we get the fire of the wands. And yeah, there is going to be, it's directed toward a king of pentacles. You don't happen to be an earth sign, do you, John? Anyway, you don't have to be, but it just indicates there's energy that I think is going to be directed toward, I think, an adult male, which I think is probably you. Unless she's fighting with this male. I'm not sure. What say you, John? Ah, she is with somebody else, but she keeps popping into your mind from time to time. And yes, Taurus, and she's Aries. Yes, this is why I love to use the astrology. So this is you. So I'm kind of feeling like, okay, this relationship could fall to the wayside, and she might contact you because this is making moves. As you're saying, this is literally moving, and you can see with the it's fast. And there you are, Mr. Taurus. My dad's a Taurus. Oh, that thing's doing that. Oh, well, don't worry. It's because the lights changed. Things will start to go in a better direction. She's going to move out of the chaos. I think she will. Yes, she is. Look at that, the Knight of Cups. So she might um contact you and ask you to, go have coffee or something like that. Um, Maybe a little date or just to hang out. But it looks to me like she'll be contacting you. And it looks like she's fighting with someone. It doesn't look good. It looks like it's really like, you know, heated, annoying as well. So the answer is yes. I hope that's what you wanted. All right. Next one and the last one for the evening. Thank you for this live. And if you would, please give me a thumbs up. Was the attractive ginger-haired guy I met yesterday attracted to me? Okay, was he planning on making a move towards me, Jojo? Are you sure that you're not John? No, just kidding. Okay, let's see what we get. The ginger. You gotta watch those gingers. Was he attracted to you? I have a feeling he was. That's just my intuition. I'm learning to speak it when I think it instead of like, all right, let's see. So was Mr. Gingerpants attracted to you, Jojo? I'm getting the Queen of Swords, and I get the Ten of Swords. I'm not quite sure. Let me do this again. That doesn't make sense to me. Probably because it's the last reading of the night and it's an extra. Let's just kick this off in the right direction. Let me get my guides. My guide, Peter. Peter, help me out with this. Yes, I actually do have a guide named Peter. All right. So is Mr. Ginger, was he attracted to Jojo? Yes or no? I'm getting a ten of wands. There's some heaviness. What is going on with this? Is there something with a legal issue? What the heck? I don't know why I'm getting this. There is something else it's wanting to address. There's a King of Cups up in the world. Something's going to go well with something to do with maybe a legal issue. I think that, yeah, they were interested in you. There's something about being free. Is this person going to be divorced? Maybe he's thinking how much he wants to be divorced so he can come around you because it feels like someone's wanting this freedom. Let's see a little bit more about Mr. Ginger. Hmm. I just got he wanted to give you a phone number or something, but he stayed back. I think he's got some stuff, maybe some legal stuff going on in his life. And maybe that's why I got that other card of like what was it? The other one that looked like he was the 10 of no, it was the swords. Yeah, that guy's got some issues going on in his life, but I do think he was interested. He just didn't feel like it was the right moment to approach you, so he stayed back. He wants to be able to approach, I think, when he doesn't have whatever this legal matter is that's hanging over his head. Here, these were the cards that came for him. So again, you know, I feel like there's legal issues and freedom. Maybe he's getting, like I said, divorced. Look at this, being single. It's like he's planning his single life. I just don't think he was quite free or something, or felt like he was, there's something standing in the way. But I think he was definitely interested with that Ace of Pentacles. Oh, yeah. But I think he's got some problems. That ginger might be red hot. Do you know what I mean? This can be issues where we like to indulge, okay, and we shun responsibility. So maybe some of the legal issues could be tied to that. That's what we need to know about Mr. Ginger. All right. Anyways, interesting though, huh? Who knew? All right, you guys, if you appreciate lives like this, thumbs up. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I like hanging out with you all. Thank you to all new subscribers. I do this every Sunday. If you didn't catch me this time, catch me next Sunday at 6:45 Pacific time. All right? Thanks to everybody, and I'll see you next time and in the next video. Bye. Thanks, everyone. God bless you. Well, I think you two are meant to be together, John. I do. So just be there. Be open, be loving. You got this. Bye.